So with Boruto chapter 66 releasing, we finally get to see Kawaki use Ishiki's dojutsu, and with that being said, I think I might know what actually happened to Naruto in the time skip. Now this is just a crack theory, this is just my theory that I think will happen in the future, and with Kawaki saying in the very first episode of the series, saying that I will send you where I sent Lord 7th, I actually think that Kawaki seals Naruto away in the future. I don't actually think he kills Naruto. I've already discussed it so many times in the past. I don't actually think that Kawaki is going to kill Naruto. There's so many implications and statements proving that Kawaki, at least right now, won't kill Naruto. He said it so many times. There's so many statements that are stated that show that Kawaki truly loves Naruto. It's even stated by Amado that Kawaki has developed an obsession for Naruto. So I don't think in the time skip Kawaki's just gonna body Naruto. I think there's more to it. With that being said, as I said before, I do think Kawaki is going to seal Naruto away, and that is because Kawaki has access to Ishiki's dojutsu. This dojutsu is pretty broken, and there is one ability that Ishiki's dojutsu does have, and that is the ability called Daikukoden. Now Daikukoden is a pretty busted ability. Basically it is where you can store any non-living objects into a pocket dimension where time itself does not move. A house, a table, a car, basically anything that is non-living into this pocket dimension. We've seen this multiple times with the likes of Jigen and Ishiki. When Jigen was eating dinner with Delta destroyed the table, spoiling all the food, and then Jigen spawned a brand new table with a bunch of new food on top, meaning that he has extra food stored in this pocket dimension. We also see this in battle with Jigen. He's able to summon rods, as well as the ability to reuse other objects in battle. We saw this with Ishiki as well, where he actually stored Kashin Koji's giant Rasengan and the fire style attack, and actually used those same attacks against Baryon mode Naruto. This was obviously shown in the anime. I do want to say that with this Daikukoden ability, I think Kawaki will use this ability on Naruto. Now, there is a catch to it, of course. With the ability of Daikukoden, you can only store non-living objects into that dimension. However, I do think there is a loophole to it. So after Naruto and Sasuke got their ass whipped by Jigen did seal Naruto away into a sealing pot. Now the dojutsu does have another ability called Sukuna Hikona, which is the ability to shrink non-living objects. And the thing is, Jigen did put Naruto into this big ass sealing pot and then proceeded to shrink that same pot. Even though Naruto was inside of it, since the pot was a non-living object, Jigen was literally able to shrink that pot basically to a very small size, despite Naruto actually being inside of that same exact pot. Now I do think that Kawaki will do the same exact thing. I think that the fact that Kawaki has access to Ishiki's abilities like Sukuna Hikona and Daikukoden, I wouldn't be surprised if Kawaki in the future does throw Naruto into the same exact sealing bowl. I do imagine that Jigen or Ishiki has more of them in that Daikukoden dimension where time itself stops. So I definitely do think Kawaki will pull one out and throw Naruto in there and then throw him into that Daikukoden dimension where time itself does not move. This could explain why Kawaki is saying, I will send you where I sent Lord 7th. This is the most logical theory of what actually happens to Naruto in the future. I don't think, like I said, Kawaki's gonna kill Naruto. In order for that to happen, massive implications would have to occur for him to think that way, because I mean, at least in part 1 of Boruto, there's so many statements proving that Kawaki is pretty much obsessed with Naruto and he would do anything for him. And we saw in the latest chapter, he would do anything up to the point where he would kill his own son. And it's proven that he would do anything just for Naruto's sake. And with the fact that he's going to seal him away, I think this is a pretty good idea of what Kawaki will do to Naruto in the future. If he's gonna kill him, there's gonna be a lot of things that would have to happen. Maybe Naruto goes against Kawaki, maybe he tries to fight him, but a lot of stuff would have to happen to occur for Kawaki to be in that mood. I mean, if he's gonna seal Naruto away in the future, he obviously is gonna do something that's going to drastically change the entire ninja world, basically becoming a revolutionary and changing the entire shinobi world. That's what I think Kawaki will do in the time skip. Obviously, there's a lot of things out of context that we do not know of. That beginning portion is still so highly debated. Maybe Kawaki does kill Naruto in the future, but at least in my opinion, I definitely do think he's gonna seal him away using that Daikukoden ability. That could explain why Boruto probably can't even access that dimension. He does tell him, I'll send you where I sent the 7th, but the fact that this is a dimension where time itself stops, I don't think anyone else can exactly access that Daikukoden dimension. That could explain why no one probably can get Naruto but Kawaki himself. I've seen many people before say that with Kawaki having karma now, he's gonna actually BFR Naruto into another karma dimension. However, with that being said, Boruto also does have the karma, so in the future, whenever that actually happens, he can just use his space-time ninjutsu to access that same dimension. That could explain why no one can actually get to Naruto, since the only person who can get to Naruto in that Daikukoden dimension is Kawaki himself, because the only way to access that dimension is through that dojutsu. So let me know what you think about this theory in the comment section below. I do think this is a very plausible theory, a very believable theory. If Kawaki's actually going to do something very huge, basically becoming a revolutionary. I do think that he's going to seal Naruto away into that Daikakoden pocket dimension where time itself does not move. That is a very busted ability. If he's going to throw Naruto in that ceiling pod, I mean, I think this is very plausible. And hell, even if you look at the back of Kawaki's jacket, the signia on his back is a ceiling pot, the same signia Jigen has on his clothes. I definitely do think it is very possible that Kawaki summons one of those bowls, throws Naruto in there, and then throws him into that Daikakoden dimension where no one can get him. So let me know what you think about this theory in the comment section below. This is something that I think could possibly happen due to the fact that he has access to Ishiki's dojutsu. But if you have any other time skip theories that you think is possible, just let me know in the comment section below. So if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell as well, and have a good day. Peace.